Mexican cement giant takes over Trinidad Cement Limited. And in sport, Jamaica's 2008 Olympics 4x100 relay team stripped of its gold medal. I'm Ricardo Roberts, and this is Caribbean in 10 for Wednesday, January 25. I'll be back with the details after the break.
Grow your business or promote your event through the services offered by the Caribbean Media Corporation and CaribVision. Our distribution provides a platform on cable, terrestrial television, and websites. We cover carnivals and events from across the region. We can bring your event live and alive to the world. For music makers, program producers, businesses, we can expand your reach to in excess of 2 million households daily. Our other services include news updates to enhance your media products, studio space for program and development. We can facilitate the launch of new products and services and training. Contact us and we will help you unleash your creative ability, develop products and services, and provide the medium to watch them grow. Contact Loretta Skeet at cmccaribbean.com or call her 1-246-467-1044 or 1-246-253-3889. Call and book your carnival or event today.
What about you, Eclipse? What do you remember most about 2016?
The thing I remember most about 2016 is the election. I know that sounds really generic, but
No, it's okay.
the amount of elections I've seen in my lifetime, that's just going to be the most remarkable one for me of
Why
2016.
Why was it so remarkable for you?
Because I think I'm at the age now where I'm starting to actually care about politics, and it was the first election I was actually watching and in tune with.
Really?
Mexico-based cement giant Cemex says it has acquired enough shares to take control of Trinidad Cement Limited, TCL, after shareholders accepted its latest offer made earlier this month. The company said it would pay in excess of $79 million to take control of the company, which has operations in Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, and Barbados. Cemex said it, based on the latest information, the shares deposited by TCL shareholders together with the existing shareholding of its subsidiary Sierra represents approximately 67.39% of the outstanding TCL shares. Chief Executive Officer Fernando Gonzalez said his company was satisfied with and grateful for the trust placed in it by TCL stockholders, and he assured it was committed to being a reliable cement supplier in Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, Barbados, and the whole Caribbean region. Cemex has offered 76 US cents per share after initially putting a 67-cent per share offer on the table. But the TCL directors had argued that the offer was below the commercial value of the company and advised shareholders to hold on to their stocks. A victory in the Tobago House of Assembly elections on Monday could turn out to be a future loss for head of the Public Service Association President Watson Duke. Duke was one of the two candidates from his Progressive Democratic Patriots who won seats in the 12-member THA. And while he says he intends to stay at the helm of the PSA, even as he serves in the Tobago House of Assembly, there is a move afoot to force him to go.
I'm not giving it up at all. I am not giving up the position.
And the fact is, he doesn't have to step down from his presidency. There's nothing in the THA Act or Representation of the People's Act to debar him from leading only the largest union in the country. But that's not stopping opponents from calling for Duke's presidency. Oral Saunders, former PSA General Secretary, who once served alongside Duke, tells us the membership has given certain leaders instructions to get machinery in place to have Duke removed.
The PSA's president's job is a full-time and a very demanding job. He has taken no pay leave from WASA to perform a full-time job in the PSA, and now he has taken time off from the PSA to do another full-time job in the Tobago House of Assembly.
They intend to challenge his reign in November when the union election is due. In the meantime, the union's constitution does not bar executives from politics.
The framers of the constitution of the PSA never envisaged that a sitting president could be preoccupied with any other job.
But Mr. Saunders says there is disparity in the publicly funded salaries to be received by Duke. He questions Duke's ability to serve both masters.
And that report from Muvashi Tawari Rupnarayan of CNC3 News. In the Turks and Caicos Islands now, search and rescue teams are resuming the search for more Haitians today after 10 bodies were found yesterday. A spokesman for the Turks and Caicos Police Force, Kevin Clark, said police found at least 5 of the bodies ashore after being called to a secluded area of Providenciales about people running into the bushes on the northwest point. Immigration and police officers were immediately dispatched, and the U.S. Coast Guard was also called in to help with a massive search. Clark said lawmen know there are survivors, but none have been apprehended so far. A small fishing boat painted in the blue and red colors of the Haitian flag was seen capsized along the beach. Clark says police officers have yet to confirm that if it is the boat on which the migrants traveled. And the International Monetary Fund is warning of a challenging economic outlook for Suriname this year. It's projecting a 9% contraction in gross domestic product for 2016, following a 2.7% contraction in 2015. Now, according to the IMF, the drop in international prices for gold and oil and the cessation of alumina production resulted in large fiscal and current account deficits and the onset of a deep recession in 2015. And the Washington-based institution says that was worsened by insufficient buffers and policy responses. Stay with us. Sport is next.
Sing is singing. I mean, I have not seen such interest in volume increases and equity increases in quite a long time. Tell us about it.
Well, you know, everything has kind of fallen into place for us. Of course, you know, we've been telling the public that we're very excited about what's happened with 7 out of the 8 states pass, and we're pretty optimistic that they're going to open up the banks sooner than later, and when that happens, we're going to be the merchant processors.
We begin our Wednesday sportscast with breaking story in athletics. The International Olympics Committee announced today that Jamaica's men's 4x100-meter relay team has been stripped of its 2008 Olympic gold medal. This after sprinter Nesta Carter was found to have used a banned substance during that Beijing Olympics. In a statement today, the IOC says Carter, along with teammates world champions Usain Bolt, Michael Frater and former champion Asafa Powell have all been disqualified. This means that Trinidad and Tobago men's 4x1 relay team will be awarded the Olympic gold medal. It also means that Usain Bolt has lost his record of having won triple gold in the past 3 Olympics. The IOC said the medalist pin and the diploma given after Jamaica's 4x100-meter victory have been withdrawn and must be returned. The IOC has requested that the IAAF to modify to the official results of the race. And test opener Craig Braffett stroked a maiden regional one-day 100 as Barbados Pride opened their Super 50 campaign with a 145-run clubbering of Guyana Jaguars at the Kensington Oval yesterday. The unflappable right-hander carved out a patient 101 as the innings that was the foundation of Pride's 302 for 7, their highest ever 50 total in that venue. That's Caribbean in 10. Good afternoon.